What is up, you guys? This is the Miles the Duffel Bag from Millican, okay? You've already seen me do one of their videos with the Millican Smith, the Rolltop, so they have this weird naming thing where they give these guys names, and I think it's actually a really interesting idea. Now, this guy is a simple, basic, badass, thick, like just massive capacity duffel bag. I'm gonna walk you through every nook and cranny on this guy, but first, there's a handful, there's 3 or 4 points I need you to know about this bag. First of all, it is tons of space, okay? You've got this one massive duffel compartment, and inside there, you've got a bunch of stuff. It has a method of opening this little guy up here that makes it a lot easier to get into, so I'll show you that in a little bit. But right now, you just need to know that a 40-liter bag, when the only material you have is just a very, it's not like it's padded out, it's not like thick, and the materials are very thin. They're durable, and they're really eco-friendly, and they're lovely. They're penetrated with wax. They've been wax penetrated. They're water resistant. They're very durable. I love this material that they're using. And when it's thin like this, 40 liters is a ton of space inside this bag. Okay, point number 2 is that it's a very simple, sort of rugged, I don't know, like classy kind of aesthetic. The whole thing looks and feels like a military ruck bag. In fact, in their like olive green color, this sort of jacket color, that's what I would go with in this. I think this is their gray or stone or something like that, because it just has that military sort of vibe, but because it's got like, there's magnets right back here. Like, how do they work? That just fold that slap down for your laptop compartment. This is like 57% recycled polyester, and then it's like a handful of other things, and then it's like wax impregnated material. The handles are just delicious, absolutely lovely, rigid, like strong, like you like holding them. So it's got this like classic military duffel vibe, but it's modern. You've got this amazing back panel, which is weirdly comfortable. Okay, so we've got this classic sort of old school aesthetic, but with these modern sort of the feeling of the material, the laptop compartment, the back padding, the feeling and the build quality of the handles and stuff like that. And then final point here is I just worry about these straps, okay? Here's our straps, all right? This is a 40-liter bag full of stuff. It's packed out exactly like I'll travel for 3 months out of this thing, right? And so it's heavy. And so I put it on, and here's the deal. These straps are not that bad. Once you get it on, you'll be really surprised, just like me, like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Though, if there's any part of your skin that's touching this, you'll notice it. So you definitely wanna have fabric between you and this material because it'll eat up your skin. One of the things you're also gonna notice is that the padding on the back with like this space for your spine and the air cool and this, that, and the other, it's like, that's kind of weirdly comfortable. Okay, I am 5'10", about 190 pounds. You can see it's just like this big old rucksack on me, right? It's just huge. It's just a massive military duffel. So I don't love this thing for long-term, long-haul, like sort of when you're walking, all right? I think effectively, here's the deal. This is like the greatest bag. By the way, they have the handle on the correct side of the bag right here. You see that? Left hand. Bam! I'm a right-handed guy. I always come over that. I don't know. Most bag companies put it on the other side. Here's the deal. This thing is like the perfect bag for car camping, car traveling, duffel, like just something that you need to throw in. It's not the most protected, right? I love this material because it's lightweight, it's thin, and you have tons of capacity, but it is not like it's really protecting your stuff inside. Some of us, that might be more of a deal breaker than others. Okay, let me walk you through the like sort of details on this bag, all right? First of all, I don't know why they have this down at the bottom. It goes down into here. I'm assuming this is so that you can do a shoulder strap. I'll just tuck that back into where it was. Love this extremely minimal branding. Can you even see that? It just says Millican back here. I wish so badly that this is the same. I don't know. It's like the same. I guess it is. It's exactly the same, but somehow it looks more visible on this Smith, the Roll Pack 25 liter, which I've already done a review of that. I love that bag. Okay, look at this handle. This handle is terrific. It's got like a leather, like hard, a very rigid, hard leather, and then it's got this webbing sort of sewn over it, just pulled over it, and it is a lovely handle. It is not floppy and soft. It is rigid, and it's professional. Same thing with this handle up here at the top, which is totally interesting. See how they have it? It does this like little loop. Can you see that? You've got like a loop that comes up like this, and then this is the thing that actually holds the tension of the bag. So there's always a loop there, again with the leather and the webbing sewn around. I love it. Then you've got your main zipper. I'll show you that in a little bit. On the back padding here, we've got these straps. Now these fold away. These clip off right down here, and they hide away right into there. I love, I don't know, like I love this bag as just like a basic ass duffel, except for the fact that there's not a handle on the top. The only handle is on the side and on the, whatever, this kind of top of the bag. But these straps do fold away, and this would be an awesome duffel, especially if it had, because the way I pack it, I want the handle here, right? But the reason why they don't do that is because now they get to save on all of this material. You'd have to put a handle up here. You'd have to have like straps that come up and over to hold it into place, right? So you get this nice, clean, simple aesthetic when you don't have a handle. Laptop compartment here on this thing where there is a magnet flap that holds it tight. How do they work? I fit my 15-inch MacBook in there easily. I think you can fit up to like an 17 or 18-inch laptop in there. Just a big, nice, gaping, hole for you to put your laptop. Let me see what our padding is down at the bottom. Looks like it's pulled off the bottom of the bag. No, not really. It's just that the padding just comes straight down to the bottom of the bag, and so you're protected. You're protected, man. Then there is a nice little hidden pocket up in here. Check this guy out right here, right? It's just like it's the whole top panel, right? In here, great size pocket. Here's what I've done. I've thrown my Bluetooth headphones, which just kind of fit in there. By the way, this is a Millican little packing cube, and I've thrown my Bluetooth headphones in there. Give you a quick peek. If you want to see which Bluetooth headphones I actually use, you can check out my Bluetooth headphone Deathmatch. If you're interested in finding what active noise canceling Bluetooth over-ear headphones are worth their salt, I did a huge review of that, which is getting tons of great comments on it because I really answered a lot of questions that people have. So I'll put a link in the description below and one of those little info things right now. So I put my Bluetooth headphones in like my little travel notebook. It's perfect for shoving in like your glasses, your like stuff that you just need to have. There is a little organization pouch, kind of just like a divider in there, as well as a key ring clippy dippy. Okay, so it's a great quick access pocket. Now, the bummer is my headphones really are challenging to get in and out of there. So in use, I guess I would probably rather throw the headphones into the main compartment and just get in and out of that. Because this pocket is utterly useful as like a quick stowaway kind of thing. Phone, wallet, passport, notebook, glasses, that kind of thing. Okay, now let's get into how this main compartment opens up. As you can see, we've got that like little clippy dippy thing going on over there. You see this guy? This has got like just a basic sort of G-hook with a clip, which is nice. You get it in and out quite easy. There is a pin, like a loop, metal loop guy. This is like just so military, right? And so it goes over, you've got these metal eyelets and everything clips in, and now you're locked in. Okay, just to show you again, it's like most of us have probably seen something like this before. You get really used to it. So you open this guy up, that guy sticks out of there. When you're done loading up the bag, you just close that down, and then you close this guy on top of it. So let's open it up. And getting in and out of here, you will get used to it. You definitely have to get used to it. There is like, because this G-hook basically has to be vertical to really get on there, right? And vertical to get off of there. So you'll learn that. And then what that does is that makes packing this thing out a lot easier. So you see how this has this angle slope thing here? really great because then it just holds it down and now you have this perfectly like sort of like rectangular thing. I just love the simplicity of this bag. Like it's very simple. So for those of you who need like just a duffel that you throw your shit in and it's weather resistant and all that stuff, this thing is pretty killer. So opening it up, all right? What you don't have is you don't have this massive like all opening thing, right? Because the zipper just goes down to there. So you are going to be kind of putting things in and out of there like so. Let's see if I can get you a sense of the size of this guy. I don't know, it's gonna be hard to get you that sense. I'll put it on its side and you can see what I'm working with here. I threw a couple boots in there, got a pair of shoes, even though I always recommend that you wear your biggest boots when you're traveling, right? The only thing that goes in here is like one pair of minimal shoes, maximum like minimal shoes, and then a pair of slippers or sandals, depending on where you're from. Now, I take a little YNOT. This is their deploy backpack. I love this little thing. It's just made of Cordura. It's got that camo look. This thing makes me feel like a local wherever I go because it's so minimal and it doesn't look all travel-y. I'll put a link in the description below to this one. And I did another video, which I'll put like an eye thing up on this right now for my favorite packable travel bags. Check these out. I like this. The Air Tech Pouch, okay? I'll put a link in the description below at this time code to this and a list of my favorite tech pouches. This thing enables me to have all my shit. All my dongles, all my chargers, all my whiz snappers and bang diggers. Like you can just put a lot of stuff in it and it's organized and it stays organized and it is dope. By the way, just to be clear, that word was bang diggers. Diggers, all right? There's a D. Now I'll put this down just to make my life a little easier. I've got a little minimal travel kit for my toiletries. I highly recommend that you use something small for your toiletries. The same article that I list out all my favorite tech pouches, I include that in there. It's from Setout. Check this out for just a simple little thing. I always recommend you go minimal on your DOP kit that you bring. Like some people are bringing these huge DOP kits, these big bags that are all thick and heavy. It's like, come on. As we say back in the UK, every little helps. Old boy, UK, of course, where Millican is from. That's why it has such rugged sensibility and stylish aesthetics. Then I've got in here 2 packing cubes. One big one, this is from Peak Designs. These are for sure my favorite packing cubes. Can't get these yet until maybe they're selling them now. I'll put a link in the description below to these. And if not these, my other favorites are the Tom Bihn packing cubes. Highly recommended. Here's the sort of small or medium size on that one. Now these things compress, which is one of the reasons why I like them so much, but also because their materials are just lightweight, but really strong. They're perfect size. They basically fit perfectly, 2 of them, like this, into damn near every bag I travel with. Okay, and that's everything in the bag. That is like, look at the size of our gaping maw of a bag in here. It's just huge. Now, you'll see some things going on in here. This is a divider, like a compression divider thing. I tend not to use these guys, but it's got like, you know, a zippered pouch on one side. You also have a little divider inside of here, which is like throwing your socks and whatever if you want to keep it copacetic. I always opt for using packing cubes for segmenting things in my bag because then I get to where I'm going, pull everything out, it's all very clearly visible. Okay, now let's look at some other bags to compare this guy to. First of all, the Peak travel bag, which is basically the same size. The difference is everything's a little more padded. There's a few more pockets, definitely some more pockets, and a much better harness system with, you know, hideaway hip straps, which are a killer thing when you are traveling. You need to have those hip straps. You don't need to. I oftentimes travel without them. For instance, I'll show you another one I don't use hip straps on. But on a bag like this, because it's heavier, because it's thicker, because it's more padded and protection for all your stuff, you will want those kinds of, it's got a rigid thing, so easily putting those hip straps on helps to support that back all the way up. This, I think the straps are on the Millican what worry me the most because I would basically recommend getting this bag if you just need a car camping, a duffel, a throw sort of thing. And if you're doing that, the reason why I love this is I love this material. But I would probably rather opt for even something like North Face or Patagonia Black Hole, where you've just got those handles right on the top. You're quickly grabbing and throwing it around. But this has got so much more style than that. You get way more style points than that. Now, some of you, that's a currency. Others of you, you're like, why would I fucking care about that? I just want to be able to quickly get it in and out of my boot. So the Peak Travel Bag, highly recommended. One of my favorites. I'll put a link in the description below to my video that I did on this bag. Okay, check this guy out. This is from Wandrd, all right? We've got backpack straps. We've got a huge duffel. We've got it made with a tarpaulin material, which keeps all the moisture out and stuff like that. I did a huge review on this. They have two different kinds. One of them is called the Hexad, which basically gives you a zipper through the middle and then multiple organization things, as well as a camera like access pocket, and then a carry-all, right? So this is, I think, the 40-liter carry-all, which allows you to, it's just one big duffel bag, just like that. You do have a couple pockets on the outside. Ultimately, I don't mind these bags. They're great for what they do. They're rigid and kind of rough to like use. I don't love traveling with them at all. I think the backpack straps are a little bit uncomfortable, like quite a bit, because normally by the time you get them on and cinch them down, like this point is almost up by your shoulder, so it gets really thin. But they have it thin like that so that you can use it as the carry thing. Lots of features. It's an okay bag. I'll put a link in the description below to my video on that, because this is a good bag for a lot of you. So if you're looking at the Millican, you need to know about the Bihn Aeronaut. This is basically the same huge gaping maw, really well made. It's got backpack straps that go away. It's great as a duffel bag. And the backpack straps are fairly comfortable, okay? You can, like, they're like totally, this is a 40, they comes in a 30 and a 45, or a 35 and a 40, I think. This is the big one. Tons of space. You can travel easily with this. I'll put a link in the description below. Definitely a well-made bag. The Tortuga Setout, okay? This is a massive Tortuga Setout. This is the big one. They have another one called the Setout Divide, which is slightly smaller. This one is on par in terms of capacity to that Millican, maybe even a little bit more. And you've got this amazing harness strap in the back, set up in the back, so it's very comfortable. These hip straps are optional, and I think essential when you're doing the big stuff. Check out my link in the description below on the Tortuga Setout. Now, I don't talk about this bag very much, but if you're doing the car camping or you just need a duffel thing, this one's from Aasgard. Aasgard! And I think it's a very stylish, interesting bag. It has some backpack straps that are just really not well enough suited for carrying the amount of capacity that this can fit, but it doesn't look like much right here. This fits a ton of shit, and it's a very stylish bag. I like this. This is what I would end up going with if I was doing car camping or like car traveling before probably I did the Millican. Okay, then I'll show you the Heimplanet Monolith. This is the 40-liter. Just a huge sack with great straps. I use this. This is my main travel bag, right? I love this guy. Highly recommended. But listen, I'll put a link to in the description below. I keep an updated list of my favorite travel bags. So if you're looking for a bag for one bag travel, that's really my world. I keep that list over at bagworks.co. You can check it all out there. I'll put a link in the description below at this time code. So this Millican is such a challenging bag to me because I really love this company. I really love the aesthetics of this bag. I really love what it's made from and what it feels like. And I really want to love traveling with it. I worry about the straps. The straps are just not suitable enough for long-term travel, and that's what I'm looking for in a bag like this. I also worry that it's a little unprotected. My gear's a little vulnerable from bumps and bruises and scrapes and stuff like that, especially if I'm gonna put, one of my cameras in the bag. I'm obviously gonna have it in a protective case too. So I don't know, your mileage may vary, but I love this bag. If this looks like it's the kind of thing you're looking for, I just hope it is. I hope you buy it because it's like to touch this material. is just the best. I thank you guys for watching. I'm really interested in getting us buying things that we actually really love. And I focus on a lot of bags right now and a lot of other stuff. So come along for the journey. Please subscribe if you're into it. If you're not if you're still watching right now, you clearly have something wrong with you, just like a lot of us who are subscribing to this channel. And so it's like, let's come along for the ride and see what we're gonna do next. Talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bagworks.co, jacereeves.net. Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites.
Yeah, I
he's
guess
wanting us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that. Yeah, looks nice.